Clint here, Crimson Landscape, here to talk about your landscape design for your property. All right, let me go at a distance and kind of talk about high level what we're trying to accomplish. So with this shade tolerant design, what we always shoot for is, can you see the colors and textures at distance? Because it is shade tolerant, it's hard to see the plants a little bit at distance, especially as the day progresses, it gets shadier. So things kind of laid out in mass planting, so you get color and texture at distance. So i.e., if you look at the left here, you see flowers and you see a reddish plant, then a green backdrop, then a silvery color, then a dark green color, then the variegated color. So again, at distance, you can see it in shade tolerant. Also, we incorporate a river rock when possible because it lightens up the space, and these are quite large beds, so it's not a sea of mulch. The plant beds as laid out won't be exactly like this. They'll probably be a little bit larger just because it's hard to get the exact measurements and scale of where the trees and everything are located at. All right, so I'm going to go and move these trees out of the way. Move these suckers up. There we go. Okay. From our plants, I did leave all the trees in place, so I just put generic trees in there as placeholders. If you had it in the budget, I would drop maybe one of the trees and put a Japanese maple in there. One or two would look nice, but I left all the trees in per your request. All right, left side here we got daylilies. In the back we have dwarf Yopon hollies. I would go a little bit larger, 7 gallons, so they because they are slow growers. Flower Power Nandine is in front. Some silverleaf big hostas here. Love hostas. Die back in winter. They get nice, big, and full in spring and summer. Mine start blooming now. Easy to maintain. Pretty hard to kill a hosta. This is just mondo grass to fill in around the tree. Low maintenance, fairly easy to maintain. Variegated liripe grass here in the front. So you have 2 grasses side by side, so you get the two pops of color. The fern here, wood fern or holly fern. Difference is a wood fern is going to be a fern you'd find in the Pacific Northwest and or in Central America. It gets pretty thick, big and full, really cool texture. Turns kind of bleh in winter. It just has to be cut back in spring and should grow nice and full. Pretty easy to maintain. It just has to be cut back. Endless summer hydrangeas in the back. The color of the flowers is all based on the acidity of the soil. Probably kind of more of a bluish color. It's probably more like kind of a bluish pink color is how they're going to end up. Endless summer, great plant. Hard to kill. It needs to be cut back in the spring, just before spring, and that's about it. And again, hostas over here, then giant liripe here. I did leave the gravel. Sometimes I put plants in the gravel. In your case, I didn't put any plants. In the gravel, all we do is just shape the gravel, kind of lay it out naturally. You know, we may even bring it up to this corner over here. No border to hold the gravel, separate the gravel from the mulch. It's just not required. Then everything else is just mulch. On the right-hand side, gravel all the way up to the fence. This acts as a little walk path to get over there. Not an exact right spot, but it's pretty close. A variegated liripe, so it matches the left side, and everything else is kind of a repeat of the left side. For the simple fact is we're still going for those color depth and dimensions. Then I did change this front here has a spirea. This is called the candy corn spirea. Nope, I'm lying. It's a double punch spirea. Double punch or candy corn spirea are good choices. All right, let me go back at oops, wrong button. Let me go at a distance and let you see at a distance. Okay, there we are. That's what it looks like without trees. Let me switch over to night mode so you can see what it looks like with lights. All right, so lights on the 2 big oak trees, then lights on the hard points of the house. We could add a few more lights. I mean, if you want to see it from space, we certainly can light it up. The lights are color changing. There are RGBW lights is how they're called. So you have a little remote control. You walk up to the lights, you hit a button, changes color. So you can do red, white, and blue. You can do all blue, all orange, purple and orange. You can make them flash like a strobe. Depends on how crazy you want to get. So there's the lights. Lights with us, lifetime warranty on the lights. 1 year bumper to bumper from us. Then after 1 year, you can just bring us a light. We'll give you a new one. Or you can just call us out for a standard service call and we can replace the light. Your choice. They're pretty easy to replace. All right, let me put the trees back in. Let you see it one more time with the trees. Okay, there we go. If this is your first time checking out our website or seeing this video, you can check out our website at crimsonlandscape.com, Next steps for you as a client is we can do a Zoom call, walk through a few changes. I can answer a few questions, or we can just price this out. Your choice. I appreciate it. Thanks.